ships in Sector 47.
Yeah.
It's a trap.
Oh, okay. Sorry, guys. Don't mind me. Just watching a little bit of cinema here. Guess Admiral Akbar thinks something's a trap. I don't know why I'd be watching that. I don't know what that could be in reference to. Let's check out the events calendar here. And, oh, look, it's a trap. Okay, there we go. What a trap, baby. I know a lot of people are going to be absolutely creaming their jeans because we have Silas back already. He was here back in February. We had him on Raid Up just, 3 short months later. He has returned for Raid Up. 15x Raid Up this time. Back then, we only had 10x. And people are probably drooling. I mean, he's the best hero in the game, right? But look who else is here. We've got Mr. Beautiful Trash and Mrs. Beautiful and Mrs. Beautiful Trash. We've got a bunch of trash. So, do you want to go digging in the dumps to try to get a golden nugget of Silas, or do you want to get absolutely disgusting, head to toe, filthy, slopped up in trash? I'm going to tell you, for the vast majority of you, you do not. This is not going to be a should you summon. If you guys want that, I'll do that later in the week. I just want to explain some numbers behind how this banner is going to work and why you don't get too excited by seeing this guy's face. They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. They've got his face. It's not a picture of Orim. It is a picture of Silas. This is a Silas event, but it's also an event that's going to upset a lot of people if you don't calibrate your expectations correctly. So right now, I'm on Twitch streaming. Check me out, twitch.tv/Fastidious_GG. And we've got Laurent in the chat saying 7 months missing Silas. And that's what this banner's for. There are people out there who are rabid, who are dying for Silas. They're parched, and they need a little bottle full of Silas, right? That's what's going to make them feel a lot better. And this banner, for a couple of them, is exactly what the doctor ordered. For everyone else, it's going to be the ultimate rage-inducing thing. So let me explain it, right? We have different buckets of rarity when it comes to getting chances for heroes among the same rarity group in this game. What the heck do I mean? Well, we have different rarity groups, right? We have legendary lords, we have legendaries. Let me make my big fat head a little smaller so we can see this. We've got epic lords, we've got epics, we've got rare lords, we've got rares, and we've got uncommons, right? We've got these things that we can summon. And then also we have our commons. Those cannot be summoned. Those can only be earned from things like our resource raids. Well, within one rarity group, there's actually extra layers of rarity that exist. So the main things that we have, and to be fair, the game file has been hidden from us for about 2 months, but we know definitively we have common bucket legendaries and rare bucket legendaries. We also have super rare legendaries. That group used to just be Hotsit, then it became Hotsit and Boreas. We do not know if Boreas has been returned to the rare legendary hero group or if he stays in the ultra rare with Hotsit. I believe, just anecdotally from seeing people summon Boreas, that he has been returned to the normal rare pool where he was before, people realized how broken he was and the devs decided to move to the ultra rare Hotsit. But basically the base rates there are like Hotsit's at like 0.8%. This is without any 15x, right? And previously 10x. Hotsit's at about 0.8%. All our rare bucket heroes are at about 1.15 or 1.2%. And then our common ones are at about 3%. Things have definitely shifted because they're always playing with the game file, and we've had new heroes coming into the pool. So we don't know this for sure, but this is where we left things. So if you want to have an idea of who rare bucket heroes are, I'll just talk you through it. The way we left things last: Zealous, common; Valkyria, common; Calypso, common; Nocturne, common; Cetrum, rare; Comet had just been promoted to rare; Valeria had just been moved up to rare too, I believe. I can't remember. Brokier's common; Regulus is common; Nyx is common; Shamir common; Abomination common; Cerberus common; Aelin common; Magnus, we don't know, he wasn't there yet; Absent common; Razak common. Lots of commons here to start. These guys are all common until Silas, who used to be common and was made to be rare. Common, rare, don't know, new. Actually, Artemis we might not know, but then here they actually got to group it for us. Arrogance is rare, Zeal 2 is rare, Salazar is rare, Eloin's rare, Constance is rare, Fierna is rare, Hex is rare, Boreas used to be ultra rare, we don't know now, he probably went back to rare, and Hotset is ultra rare, as like the rarest normal legendary. You get the picture, it's not all the same. So the way that used to manifest, and I'm going to use an example here, and it's going to be Hex and Faircy. I'm not going to pull up the exact numbers, but I remember off the top of my head, Faircy, they were on a 10x together. I believe this was in January. Faircy, maybe end of January, beginning of February, I would think. I think it was end of January. Faircy we had the exact numbers, right? So they're both on 10x rate up. Pharisee was at a 20%, and Hex was at about a 17%. I'm almost certain that's how it shook out. And that's because, actually, Hex's rate up was better, because normally Hex is at like 1.15 or something like that, right? So 15 would put him, I don't know, at 16, and he was at like 17 or 18%. Pharisee was actually a little worse than the 10x, because Pharisee normally was at like 3%, and then was 10x. So instead of being 30%, actually it was more like 20. So you actually had a better chance to get Hex, a worse chance to get Pharisee. This is kind of how they do it. It's based off of what they consider the normal odds. At the time, we had about 50 heroes in the pool. So I think they found what the normal rate would be if it was an equal playing field, so they'd all be about 2%. That's how Pharisee ended up at about 20%. If you want to think of other examples with ultra rare heroes, for example, the Silas Virna banner, we had exact stats for that. They were both about 18%, right? That was back in the days of 10x. So now we're in the days of 15x, and we're getting a banner with Silas, who's a rare bucket hero among the legendary group, and Kria and Orim, who are common bucket heroes among the legendary bucket group, but legendary hero group, right? So they're in different buckets. The way I predict this would manifest if it was not a 15x, because we have never been able to see in the game file since they introduced the 15x, but back in the day of the 10x, I would guess Silas would be about a 17% chance, and you'd have about a 20% chance to get Kria, and then a 20% chance to get Orim. And when I say these chances, it is once you get a legendary, the chance that that legendary would be one of those three, that is what I'm discussing here, right? That it would be that. So you get a legendary, what's the chance it is Kria? I would suspect in the days of 10x, it would be 20%. Same for Orim, and with Silas, about 17%. This is just based on a lot of old data we have. Things have obviously changed, but with the 15x, these are just rough numbers, you know, just a little bit of extrapolation, estimation, some educated guesswork. I believe you're going to have about a 20, 21, 22% chance to get Silas, and like a 26, 27, 28% chance to get Orim. Same thing for Kria. So let me pop up my friendly little Google Doc here. This is how we're going to do everything. It's just such a work of art what I'm doing over here, guys. You can see. I'm just going to do math up in here so you can see. So you can always do math at the top of your Google Chrome. So let's just see. So if we have those numbers, so you have a 21, let's say, for Silas, and then 27 for Orim, and then 27 for Kria, you have a 75% chance you're going to get one of those heroes. So that's what the banner becomes now with the 15x, assuming things happen the way I do and many other people that know about the rates think they will. So you're looking at a 25% chance you're not going to hit one of those heroes, and if you do hit one of those heroes, it's less than a 1 in 3 chance if you hit that 75 that is actually going to be Silas, because it's actually going to be a 21 out of 75 chance. So it's a 28% chance that you know, okay, I'm hitting one of those three. 28% chance that that one is Silas, who is the guy almost all of you guys are targeting. So it's pretty rough. There's a very, very high chance, over 50% most likely, that whenever you hit a legendary, it will be either Kria or Orim. And it's not that likely it'll be Silas, right? Over Kria and Orim, if we take those numbers, 27% would be like a 54% chance. Anytime you hit a legendary, so 54% chance it's going to be one of those two guys who most of you don't want. Probably no one wants. Maybe someone who's dying to beat Infernal Faction Trials wants Orim. I don't know. Titus works. Don't worry. And then about a 20% chance, right, that it's going to be Silas. So 1 in 5 versus over a coin flip, that is what you don't want. 1 in 5 that it is what you want, Silas, and over a coin flip that it is what you don't want. That is rough. So I'm trying to do some expectation setting. If you feel desperate from Silas and you're for Silas and you're a big old spender or something, you're even saving a bunch waiting for a moment just like this, go for it, but you better be prepared that you're going to get screwed. I started with Admiral Akbar because absolutely this is a trap. People are going to see Silas's face. They're going to see 15x. They refuse to understand that this doesn't mean that everything's 15 times more likely. It's only once you get a legendary that it is 15 times more likely, and you're starting at a super low chance to begin with. A lot of people need to calibrate their expectations now. Going on this banner is the gamble of all gambles. If you feel like a gambling man, woman, or person, then do it. But for anyone else, do not do it. It's a bad idea. You are not going to get what you want. I can do a proper should you summon if you guys want, but the short of the long is this thing's a trap. You are far more likely that you're going to hit one of these two than you are Silas. If you get lucky enough to get Silas, it's only because you were super lucky. So if you feel like dancing with the devil, if you're feeling dangerous, go for it. But if you go into this banner just because you see a picture of Silas's face, if you go into this banner thinking you're going to get Silas, you're dead wrong. You are dead wrong. You might get him, but that's all because of luck, not because you ever had a really potentially strong chance that you were in fact going to get him. Don't want to discard people too much, but I want to set you guys straight and make sure that you really know what you're getting into before you get so excited about seeing Silas's face over here. This is a nasty banner, probably the best hero in the game, certainly the best non-lord in the game, and certainly the best non-ancient exclusive hero and non-lord in the game. He's triple S. Check out my website, fastidious.gg. He's just broken good. And these guys are trash. We're talking C, D tier kind of heroes. Things could change. We see Edith is going to get a glow up with new content coming. Anai got a glow up when new content came. I don't see that for these guys anytime soon. This is not the kind of banner many people want to gamble with. I hope that gives you all the information you need. I'm one taking this baby, so I hope you liked the video. I've been Fastidious. If you like my stuff, then like it, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Subscribe to Quaz. Let's get Quaz some more subscribers. Amazing channel in Watcher of Realms. I'll put his link in the description. And share it with your mother. I've been Fastidious. See you real soon.
Fastidious.